Welcome back to another episode of the Jacksonville Buzz's Legacy of Leaders. I'm Steve Strum. This morning we have Razaz Banoun from Razaz Life Counseling. Good morning.
Good morning.
I got it right.
Yes.
All right, this interview's over. Okay, so we were talking a little bit offset about who you are. So tell us a little bit about who is Razaz Banoun and what do you do?
Well, I'm Razaz Banoun. I consider myself Saudi and American woman. I came to US in 2012 with zero English in order to study the language and get my master's degree in global strategic communication. Originally, I consider myself as an author, then public speaker and counselor. I have helped women for years and thousands of women, sorry.
So what we do, so what we're going to do is we're going to come back. I have helped thousands of women.
Okay.
So just count to three in your head.
All right.
And then when you're done, just go with I have helped.
I have helped thousands of women to have the best relationships between themselves and others, between their kids and their workplace. Also, I have helped some men, but not as much as women because I have been focusing on women more than men. However, now what I'm doing is focusing on continue writing, and I just not published, but I just finished up writing my second book, and also I wanna focus. I'm focusing on the public speaking because I feel nowadays people need to be involved, like to come back together. And then from that point, we can go to the, we can go to the small details in their life. So the simple way to describe myself is the connector, the simple way to describe what I am doing, which is part of my life's mission, is to connect people's brains with their heart.
Which is not an easy thing to do.
Yes.
Because oftentimes our brain and our heart are going in opposite directions.
Yeah.
So you said you were publishing a second book. You just finished writing it. So you have a first book, which you published in 2018. And right after you published it, the world kind of shut down. How has your business and your help that you're doing for people, how did that change going through the pandemic? I would imagine more timely than ever.
Absolutely.
Because we never felt more disconnected than we did 4 years ago when we all had to go hide for, if you were in Florida for 2 months, if you were in Australia for 2 years.
Right. I absolutely agree with you. The disconnect, even though many people have felt it's better to work online, but for me, I felt, no, there is a disconnect because I prefer to connect with people like directly, one-to-one, or even when it's even when it's a public speaking, it's still you are connecting directly with people energetically. So to be honest with you, it was kind of off moment for me, and I thought a lot about like, do I shut my business and just think about the other offers I have like as jobs? But thankfully, I looked at it from a different perspective and I said, okay, let me just go with the flow with this online idea temporarily until the world will go back.
Well, and I think that Zoom fatigue is a real thing. So I do, beyond the television show here, I do a lot of speaking engagements. My universe is more economics, financial universe, right? So I do a lot of those. And what I found is I think Zoom's here to stay because people, it's just in many ways more efficient.
Right.
But that hybrid, there's nothing that quite replaces the chat and the handshake when you can actually give the handshake, right? You can't give a handshake through the computer, and of course somebody can, click the off-camera thing, and you don't even know if they're paying attention. Yeah. So If people want to find out more about you,
Yeah.
we'll make sure to hang your website on iwannabuzz.com.
Yeah.
But what's the best way for them to connect with, to understand some of the books you've written, some of the speaking events you're doing? Like, what's the best way to connect with you?
Whatever that is good for them.
Fair enough.
I'm very flexible, and I understand the differences between people. Some people, they just like to put that email,
Oh,
that
yes.
question, that's it. Others, like me, for example, I prefer to talk by the phone, like 5 minutes, but I get my answers like faster and more clear.
So whether they want to
So-
connect with you online, email, phone call, text chat, carrier pigeon, what's the website that they can connect with you on?
My website is razazbanoun.life, L-I-F-E.
So just for everybody who can't read the thing down here, that's R-A-Z-A-Z,
Yeah.
R-A-Z-A-Z, B-A-N-O-U-N. So Raz
Razaz.
as Banoun. For everybody phonetically,
it,
right?
now.
Razaz Banoun.life.
That's smart.
And if
Thank
y'all can't
you.
remember that, iwannabuzz.com is easier to pronounce. Thank you for joining us
Thank
today.
you
I really
so
appreciate it. Guys, thanks for joining us on another episode of Legacy of Leaders. If you like us, share us. Remember, live with gratitude.